The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They go play action now. Lawrence. He dumps it to Hyde. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Lawrence. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Zach Kerr busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's a running play now with Chark. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he is out of bounds. Inside the 30.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Lawrence. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Play fake. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a dump off here complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. But Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
Man open, here's Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. He's going to look deep for more. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, 44 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see them,
and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, 26 yards. And the Cardinals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, out is... And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16.